Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is an Emmy-nominated actor you know from his work in films like That Thing You Do, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and Anaconda, and shows such as Treme, Silo, and The White Lotus. He co-wrote and stars in She Dances, which is in theaters March 27th. Let's take a look.
What are you guys doing?
Painting feet.
Ooh.
I named that musical.
What's that?
You guess different elements of a musical and then you...
Name that musical.
Oh, I'll play.
You're right.
Come on. I want to name the musical.
That musical.
Yeah, whatever.
You should give it my last one.
Large cast, USA Kinda, lead character Reno Sweeney.
Anything goes. I love that show.
Wait, how do you know that?
Please.
Seriously.
Oh, I like musicals.
Girl, what?
Since when?
I don't know, since high school.
Since high school.
Yeah, look. There's a lot of little things you don't know about your old man.
Please welcome to the show, Steve Zahn, everybody. How you doing? I didn't notice the boot backstage when I said hello.
Das Boot?
Das Boot, yeah.
I couldn't decide. I was like, do I go black leather or this monster cool?
Oh, I see. So that's a fashion choice. Your
Right.
foot's fine.
Well, I tried wearing the left one of this too. And I just
Oh,
was
yeah.
a little Frankenstein.
I guess if you wore both, I'd be like, I don't think he hurt himself.
Right, exactly. It's a sympathy boot.
It's a sympathy boot.
I did nothing to my foot.
Congratulations. It's always exciting to be in a movie, but this is your actual daughter in this film with you.
Yes.
You're co-starring with your daughter, and that's a very cool thing that I imagine was very special to do.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
And
No, truly.
I mean, it's amazing to see.
It is. It's layered. It's multi-layered because, like, you get emotional just, like my home movies are in this.
Yeah.
So you get emotional watching home movies. You get emotional just watching your kid, and then the movie it's a comedy, but it'll karate chop you in the throat later on. It's pretty powerful.
Do you also get emotional when you see yourself and you're like, oh my God, that's me? It's like a hat trick. It's like me. I was like,
No, dude. I look in the mirror and I go, I look pretty good. And then I see a picture of me or me on a show and I go, what the? Like, I look like hell.
you look great right now.
I gotta go run.
No, you look
But
good.
I can't. I have this. That's why I'm wearing it. I
Yeah.
don't want to run.
Oh, you're wearing it
I don't
in
wanna
case
work out.
anybody suggests running.
Exactly. And I'm
that's
like,
very
I
smart.
can't. I can't. It's 8 weeks.
I want to continue congratulating you. You also wrote this film. This is the first. You've been in so many films, and you co-wrote this film
Yes.
with a friend, with someone you knew.
yeah, Rick Gomez, who directs the movie.
Did you enjoy the process of writing?
I did. Rick is an amazing writer, and he brought me into the fold. So I was like a fledgling, and we did this over lockdown. So it was kind of like Zoom, and
Right.
I would have an assignment. It's like you go write this scene, I'll write this scene, and then we'll switch, and we'll So it was really fun, and this is the first time in my career where I've been a part of hey, I got an idea, to like sitting here and talking about it. So it's really thrilling and exhausting. I mean, making an independent film is like,
Right.
it's been a part of my life for 5 years.
This is also, there's some autobiographical elements of this. You play a dad who's taking his daughter to a dance competition.
Yes.
You were actually a dance dad back in the day.
Oh, for years.
For years. How was, do you remember the first time you went to a dance competition and what you realized you had gotten yourself into? Not necessarily, not to be like that it's negative, but that like when you realized the enthusiasm.
No, your kids get involved in stuff, and then you some weird subculture, and then you're involved.
Yeah.
For the next like 20 years.
Was it that? Was it like? I mean, was it a full like when your child chose dance? It was not fleeting, right? Like they were in on it.
Oh, they were totally in on
Yeah.
it. My son was in on it too until he found lacrosse.
Gotcha.
And then it was like, but my wife was an amazing dancer. We met on the national tour Bye Bye Birdie
Oh wow,
in 1990.
that's some real dancing.
Yeah, and she's an amazing dancer.
Yeah.
So it's kind of always been a part of our blood, and but that world is insane. And there's so many competitive dancers in the world, in the country, and it's you go to a Chattanooga,
Yeah.
check into your hotel, and I was like the props guy in the back, the backstage dude, and yeah, and you're in a dark theater for 3 days, like smuggling in Chick-fil-A.
Did you ever, I know it's like a stereotype of dance parents, did you ever find yourself doing like a small choreography along with the choreography on stage?
No.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty. Hey, you talked about you've been working on this independent film for 5 years, but you were in some of the most seminal independent films of like the early '90s, like the beginning of it. I feel like my awareness of what an independent film could be.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is a photo of you and your old friend Ethan Hawke, Reality Bite friend, and the producer Jason Blum of Blumhouse fame.
Yes.
And so this is '94 Sundance.
Yeah, that's
And was
94.
that for Reality Bites? Was that why you guys were there?
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was Reality Bites. Yeah.
And how was it? I mean, that's like, I feel like that's heyday of Sundance, and when you have a movie that you're probably proud of, and certainly that was one that really did make a splash. Was that just one of the coolest things in the world to be a part of?
Oh, it was amazing. And Ethan and I were friends before that because we were doing theater here in the city.
You guys, did you start your own theater company?
Yeah, they brought me into the fold of a company called Malapart, and Jason was the producer, and he was amazing. And it was we were young actors who rented the theater on 42nd Street. Austin Pendleton was like our guru, and we did plays, and it was so much fun. It was
That's
so much fun.
fantastic.
And Ethan is actually in She Dances.
That's fantastic. So you reach out to Ethan, and I mean, that's a guy who I think loves acting and loves the work. And when you call him up and you're just like, "Hey, I have a part for you in this," does he just show up?
Yeah, and I show up for his.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the conversation like, I don't think we're gonna go fishing, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna go on a golf trip. So
Yeah.
I'll make a movie and then you be in it and then we can hang out.
Yeah.
It
It is great when you realize, like, I don't want to do the things that other people do. I'd much rather.
I like like.
Which one do you
fishing.
like, fishing or golf?
Well, fishing. I'm
Yeah.
a big fisherman.
I don't like either, and I'd still pick fishing. Have you fished for a long time? Are you
I'm an avid fisherman.
Are you a good fisherman?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fly fish mostly, but.
Did your
yeah.
kids get into fishing or just dance? Okay, great.
Yeah.
And are they either any good?
Oh yeah, my son's amazing.
Great. And was there ever a time where they were too young to? Did they ever come fishing with you and ruin it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. You're very honest about what it is to be a parent.
Yeah,
You were fantastic in White Lotus. It was, obviously you kicked off that whole thing. There's a scene in the movie where the girls are doing a Jennifer Coolidge impression.
Yeah.
And then is it true that you shared it with Jennifer?
My daughter does this amazing. So Rick, they were rehearsing the scene, and Rick was like, "Hey, just do it in an accent or an English accent or whatever. Just do the scene without getting nervous about it. Just run the lines." And so they did Jennifer.
They just did it as Jennifer Coolidge.
Right.
Yeah.
And which they had been doing on set. Audrey does a great Jennifer Coolidge. So she made a little thing for Jennifer, and when we were at the Emmys, I played it for her, and she was like, "Hi, this is Audrey. I'm kind of sick. I'm going to do an imitation of you." And then she did it. I played it for Jennifer, and then Jennifer was like, "I need to make one for her." and so she was like, "Hi, this is Audrey. I'm really kind of sick." But
So Jennifer did an Audrey impression.
Yes.
I mean, she's on another level. She's on another level.
So funny. Yeah.
You've been in so many movies I love. Reality Bites, Out of Sight, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh,
but Rescue Dawn is a movie because again, I know you do like drama and comedy, but that was a movie that was unlike anything I'd seen you in before. It's you and Christian Bale. This is a fantastic Werner Herzog movie, and this is a movie that you desperately wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
And what do you do when you really want a part? Like, how do you go about getting it?
Well, usually it is the kiss of death. Like you're not going to get it,
Right.
Because
when they can sense you
I
want
think
it.
so,
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
It's like, and so no, I just told my agents, I was like, I have to meet him, and
Yeah.
I met him, and I went to his house like in in L.A. and he cooked me a steak
Yeah.
on a fry pan in his kitchen, and we talked. It was insane.
Yeah.
But luckily, I got the gig.
And so Werner Herzog, who and Christian Bale, like I feel like they're both people who like they seem so serious, but I hear in real life they're both really funny.
They are really funny. Christian Bale is one of the funniest guys I've ever worked with.
That's fantastic.
I mean, on set, just screwing around.
And
We had so much fun. We laughed and we were prisoners of war. We're in Vietnam.
You're literally like shackled. I feel like you're
we were
shackled.
shackled together. It was horrible. We laughed so hard.
I feel like that's Werner Herzog's dream come true.
We were walking away from Werner, and the camera was behind us, and he was like, "Turn around, turn around, look at the camera, look back," and we were laughing so hard. We were like, "You turn around, man! I can't turn around."
Tell Werner Herzog, like, you turn around.
You turn around, like.
It's like, yeah, we got to cut that. That we can't have the POWs laughing this hard in this scene.
It was so fun.
Hey, man, what a joy to have you here. Congrats on the film. It's
Thank
really
you so
lovely.
much.
Thank you so much. You guys, this is Steve Zahn. She Dances in theaters March 27th. We'll be right back in Mark Norman.